Hey, what's up, Austin Men's Group, Men's Development Group. Sorry, tongue-tied there. I promised Steve and to give some more content to the group. I really want to just contribute and just give and give and give, and I hope that you guys can give a response back to this. So before I get long-winded, I just want to get to the meat of the situation. All right, so if you are working for, say, I'm just going to use a round number, that's basic. If you're going for $10 an hour and you're working a 10-hour shift with a 1-hour lunch break, let's say, maybe a little bit less, you're working $10 an hour, so you're making $100 a day, which is not so bad. That's $500 a week, and that's $2,000 a month, which isn't bad. It's not great, but I don't want to say what's fair and what's not fair. Why am I saying this? Because I want you to know that $10 an hour is a wage that's very much so for a unskilled worker. And what I want to convey to you, each and every one of you, and maybe also to myself, I'm definitely not a rich man. I'm definitely not rolling in, a shitload of clients. I'm not the coach of the year. I'm not the super duper jump up on the stage rah kind of person. I don't like that. It's more, that's when self-help and self-development becomes more of an entertainment than an actual development. So why do I mention those things? I mention those things because those things are sometimes intangible. Sometimes they're not basic enough. They extrapolate on a lot of different things. I use those also to apply this to myself and explaining to you why it is that you have to have a specialty. You have to know your craft. So this is something that was taught to me while I was in the Marine Corps by a gunnery sergeant who supervised me, sat me down when I was a young man, and said, hey, number one, learn how to be a man. Or in our case, be a basic, well-trained Marine. And he's like, being a man and being a Marine are two very different things, but I want you to see them in the same thing, the same filter, the same element. And I was like, okay, I understand this, Gunny. And then he says, now I want you to next become philosophically solid. I don't want you to quote a bunch of people and tell me what this person said, what that person said. I want you to know what right looks like. So let's review real quick. Step one, learn what it means to be a man. 2, learn what right looks like by you, by your point of view. No one else's. No one else can say like, this is right, that's wrong. I want you to have your own moral structure. And then number 3 is so important. Be an expert. Master your craft. And I said, okay, well, I got this whole being a man thing down. At least I thought I did. I know the difference between right and wrong. And I think I'm pretty good at my job in the Marine Corps. He's like, yeah, but you won't always be in the Marine Corps. And once you master your craft, you have to move on to something else. Because if you just master your craft and don't do anything else, you're never going to grow. So once you master karate, you need to move on and master judo. Once you master judo, you need to master sales. You need to master communication. And those are just examples he gave me. By far, I'm not a master of judo or karate, even though I've done some stuff with those arts, both in practice and real life scenarios. And that's not to brag, but that's to say that I still have places where I need to grow. I got my ass kicked a lot. So what I wanted to do with this video was just real quick, 5 minutes, is give a response to this and just try to, humor me, but give a response. Like, what does it mean to be a man? What what does it mean to be morally or philosophically sure of yourself, where you know who and what you are and what you represent as a man? And 3, what have you mastered? What do you want to master? And then after you've mastered it, what's next? And that really set forward, the next stage of growth. And then that's when I sat down and went, I'm not worth $10 an hour. I'm just not. And I started looking at the things that I could do and the people I could speak to and how I could convey myself, whether it be with pickup, with being a Marine, with being a hypnotist, by being a martial artist, by being a plumber or an admin worker or a coffee boy or somebody who, can do, physical fitness, even though I'm not physically fit now. Diet, nutrition, books I've read, is that I started noticing that I was worth so much than $10 an hour, because I was actually a force of readiness of knowledge. Like I could just drop knowledge at like someone could ask me a question, I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you get out of a rear naked choke, or no, this is the way you get out of a headlock, or oh no, M16, 5.56 NATO round ball. Ammo is usually what you want for that. I get asked all these stupid weird questions, but it's valuable to me. But if you don't have that value, or people don't want that value, then that's the kicker. So what I want to just also challenge everybody is, what value do you bring? And where is that value appreciated? And where is it appreciated the most? That's where you need to be. That is the sweet, look, I'm gonna do it like that. That's the sweet spot right here, okay? If you can get the sweet spot right here between my fingers, where your value is worth the most, look at that, it's so bright, it's so shiny. That's where you want to be. You might be over here in this dull, like, yellow halogen, about to burn out light, but that's okay. I want you guys to think about here, so I challenge you. I want to hear more from you guys. Steve does great videos. I want to see you guys do some videos. I want to see more blog articles. Tell me where your value is, because I want you guys to teach me stuff. Yeah. All right. This is Adam Goodson. Talk to you guys later. Love you, Steve. Vios con Dios, amigos.